The Oshawa Public Library holds many resources in its local history room that can help you explore the community's history. In this video, we'll explore how to access and navigate our directories online. Be sure to check out our Introduction to City Directories video for an overview of what you can find in this resource. We've linked to it in the description below. You can find Oshawa City Directories online for the years 1921 to 2001. Those before 1969 are available on the Internet Archive, which we'll be exploring first. Directories from 1970 onwards are found on Family Search, which we'll explore in the second part of this video. From our website, oshawalibrary.ca, select Services, then Local History and Genealogy. Here you'll find a list of our online resources. Scroll down to the Oshawa City Directories section. There are links here to all the volumes online, grouped by decade. Click on the plus sign next to the time period you're looking for, and then click on the specific volume. This will open in a new tab. This way, you can keep the directory list open for easy access to other years, and even keep multiple years open to refer to as you're researching. When you're done with a volume, simply close the window. Also be sure to bookmark the directory's homepage in your internet browser, as we've pulled all the links together in one place for ease of access. Let's take a look at some of the tools and features of the Internet Archive platform. Along the bottom of the screen, there are tools to help you navigate the directory. The slider can be used to scroll sideways to a specific page. To the right of the scroll bar, you can see what page you are on, as well as how many total pages are in this directory. To flip the pages of the book, you can use left and right arrows in the toolbar, the left and right arrows on your keyboard, or even click right on the page. Now let's look at some of the options you have for the page layout or view. The default option is the two-page view, represented by the two rectangles on the toolbar. If you select the single rectangle or one-page view, you'll see the directory one page at a time, and you can scroll down through the pages. Finally, if you want to browse a range of pages, there's thumbnail view, represented by a grid. This will show you a zoomed-out view of a group of pages that you can then scroll through. When you see a page you want to view, simply click on it to zoom in. To zoom in or out on a page, use the magnifying glass with the plus or minus sign. The more zoomed in you are, the longer it will take each page to load when you flip through the book. Finally, you can click the full screen button on the right to view the directory in full screen. To leave full screen mode, you just click the same button. Since the name and street directory sections are organized alphabetically, you can choose to flip through the pages until you find what you're looking for. However, it's also possible to search for a specific name or word within the volume. Click the magnifying glass icon in the top left corner. Here you can input your search terms, press enter, and wait for the results to appear. Let's look for the name Lancaster. It may take a few moments for the search results to appear on the left. These are also indicated by a pin on the scroll bar at the bottom. You can click on a result or pin to be taken to that page. You will also see your search term highlighted on the page. If you're not finding a person or family you're looking for, keep in mind that these directories were compiled using door-to-door canvassers to gather data, and participation was voluntary. If the resident was not at home, an information slip was left, which the resident may or may not have chosen to complete and return to the publisher. In this case, you may see the words, "No return" for that address. Also, information in each directory was usually compiled the previous year. This means that data contained in a directory predates the directory's publication date by 1 year. For example, the directory for 1957 reflects the status of the property in 1956. So if you think a house was built in 1956, but it's not listed in the volume for that year, check the next year to see if you can find it. If you find something you want to save for later, there are a few ways to do this. You can bookmark the page within Internet Archive once you've created a free account. You can take a screen capture of the section of the page you're interested in and save it to your computer or paste it into a document. You can do this by opening a snipping tool on a PC or pressing Command-Shift-4 on a Mac and selecting the area you want to keep. There's also a download option, which you can access by clicking Download on the left side of the screen, but be aware that it's not possible to download specific pages, This will only allow you to download the entire directory, which will be a very large file. You'd be better off bookmarking the page or adding the book to your favorites by clicking the star button under the scroll bar. Let's go back to the directories landing page and select one of the post-1970 volumes to show how to access these on the Family Search website. Unlike the Internet Archive, you'll need to create a free account on Family Search before you can access the directories. If you already have an account, click Login. Otherwise, click the Create Account button on the top right and follow the instructions. Once your account is created, you can log in and then access the directory by clicking on the directory image. The volume will now load on your screen. You can flip forward and backward using the left and right arrows on your keyboard, by clicking the large arrows that appear when you hover over either side of the image, or you can use the arrows on either side of the page numbers on the bottom right. To zoom in and out on the page, use the scroll wheel on your mouse, or the plus and minus buttons on the toolbar. You can move around the page by clicking and dragging your mouse around the page. At the bottom right, you'll see two numbers, one indicating which page you're on, and the other how many pages total are in this book. If you have a specific page in mind, click inside the box of the number on the left, type your page number, and press Enter. This will take you to that page. Now let's look at some of the options you have for page layout or view. The default option is the one page or picture view, represented by the single rectangle on the toolbar. You can also choose the Facing Pages view, which shows two pages side by side. Notice that there are page numbers appearing below each page, and there is no longer an on-screen arrow option to move through the pages. Instead, you do this by scrolling down and the next set of images will appear. If you want to view one of the pages more closely, click on it and it will change to Picture View, where you can then zoom in and out. To browse a range of pages, there's Thumbnail View, represented by a grid. This will show you a zoomed-out view of a group of pages, and you can then scroll through. This is often very helpful when you're looking for a particular section. As with the Facing Pages view, when you see a page you want to view more closely, simply click on it to zoom in. In addition to browsing the volume, it is also possible to search for a specific name or word within the volume by clicking the magnifying glass. Here, you can input your search terms, press Enter, and wait for the results to appear on the sidebar. You can scroll through the results and click on the ones you wish to view. The search term will be highlighted on the page. Note that below the search box it tells you how many results there are. If there are more than 10 results, there will be a next page link on the bottom of the list. There are a few other options on the toolbar, such as viewing the text layer, inverting colors, adjusting the contrast, and rotating the image, which are useful when viewing other types of images on this platform, but have limited use when viewing this collection. If you find something you want to save for later, there is a download option on the toolbar. You can opt to download the current page or a portion of the page as a JPEG image file. You can also download a PDF copy of either the whole book or just the current page. City directories contain a wealth of information and are an invaluable resource when researching the local area or your family. If you have questions about this collection or any of our other resources, contact us by email or phone, through our website's contact form, or on social media. We look forward to hearing from you. Take the time to explore this collection and be sure to check out our other videos highlighting the local history room collections. You'll be amazed by what you find.